doing it. But let's talk a little bit about Dr. Carpenter. Tell us why the scrotal circumference is even important anyway, because I remember years ago we didn't think much about that. So let's talk about that.
That's where the sperm are made, is within the testis and the seminal vesicles. So the more testicular tissue that is there, the more capacity he has to produce sperm cells. That's really the whole reason we do it. There's also some indication, old research done back in the 60s, I believe, but there tends to be some moderate heritability between scrotal circumference in a bull and onset of puberty in his daughters. So bulls that tend to have larger scrotal circumference tend to sire daughters that reach puberty a little bit earlier than daughters out of bulls with small testes.
So basically, and correct me if I'm wrong, but when we're measuring scrotal circumference, we're just measuring how big that testicle is. In other words, that's the best we can tell without cutting them out and weighing them, is how many grams of testicular tissue there. There's some formulas to go back to that. And then the more grams of testicular tissue, the normal testicular tissue, the more sperm cells you're going to produce. Is that a fair deal? Okay. So that's very important. Now, one of the things that's happened through the years is okay, if we need a little bit, then if we have a whole bunch, it's going to be a lot better. So kind of, can you address that a little bit? Because I know some people that's a big selling deal, and the bigger those testicles are, the better and the better, and on and on.
The thing to remember is there's some minimums that we like to look at, and he'll probably go through those. 36 centimeters on a mature bull. If he passes the minimum, as far as fertility goes, I'm happy with that.
Super. The other point with getting extremely large testicles, and then we get up over 42 centimeters and up in that area, then those testicles are bigger, so they're gonna be more chance of trauma, stuff like that. So we develop hydroceles, we develop some other issues. So again, in all things moderation. Yep. So we certainly want them sufficient size. What would you consider a minimal scrotal circumference for a yearling bull?
32 centimeters on a yearly bull.
Okay. And so, Dr. Carpenter, one of the other issues, and I know we're going to get, is there a breed difference? Is there some issues with breeds?
There are, but I don't believe that the evaluation form we're using recognizes that. There are some formulas that allow for Brahman, Bos indicus influenced bulls. They tend to have sort of longer, more cylindrical testicles.
Okay.
That's something some people would maybe recognize. We have a publication, Bull Management for Cow-Calf Producers, that actually has the tables in there for Bos taurus and Bos indicus bulls. Right. But it's not really that big a difference that you can't go off of.
Yeah. So the point I was trying to make there was that, okay, a lot of people say, well, if bulls have Brahman influence, they'll have smaller testicles. Therefore, a 28 centimeter testicle in a Brahman bull would be sufficient, which is like we're saying, it's a common sense, and that's obviously not a true statement. There's actually some stuff published, even going by breeds. But again, like Bruce was saying, it's, everybody wanted to take those little deals and run with them. So if it's Brahman influence, then they'd actually argue this a lot. Well, he's got a lot of Brahman blood, so he's about 30 centimeters on a yearling bull and 32 as he goes up. And then some people would argue, what'd you say, 32 on a yearling?
16, 18 month old bull.
Exactly. So again, that's just 32 as I think would be my shot too, and then like you say, about 36 when he gets mature bull. So those are kind of the things we're looking for. Okay.